We got some new features in fs25. We're going to take a look at them. We got a new trailer at Gamescom for Farming Simulator 25, and it added some new things. We got twisters, we got hail, and we got some baby animals finally. It's very interesting. Some things I'm looking forward to, some things I'm not. First things first, baby animals needed to be added to the game. Great. It looks like 3 stages. You're going to have your newborns. You're going to have like a young adult, and then you're going to have your adults. As far as we can tell, that's all there is. And we didn't see any horses. We didn't see any other animals. We really only saw pigs and cows. We do know that goats and baby goats are coming to the game. That was a baby goat at the end of the trailer. So we are getting goats and water buffalo, and we at least know that possibly both of them, if not just goats, will have baby forms. So that's great. We also in the trailer saw some productions. There was a stagecoach building in the back of the trailer, and that is actually a production. Just like the boats, they're going to be a business you bring stuff to, and it creates something, and they just drive off. Now, these apparently are not going to drive off. They're just going to disappear over time. As you bring materials, it will build that stagecoach, and it will sit out there for multiple days and then disappear. Weather change was the big part of this. This is the meat and potatoes of everything. This is something you're not going to have to deal with all the time. This is going to happen once a year. It was confirmed only once a year, and not every year it possibly could happen. The twisters are going to happen in the summer months. Hail is going to happen in the winter months. Makes sense. Fog is naturally going to be there, and it's not going to be changeable. There's no going to be settings to shut off fog or lower fog, so it's less impacting. It'll always be there because it's part of the base game. So if you don't like the fog too much, well, you're kind of stuck with it at this point. Twisters and hail will affect the crops. It'll affect bales. It'll affect crops. It'll affect trees. Those are the main 3 things it's going to affect as of right now, as far as we know. Now, the trees will be able to get cut down with chainsaws, but it will not be able to cut down with any tree machinery at the moment. We do know that you can cut down the trees and maybe make some of the lumber and, harvest some of that lumber, but it will destroy the top half of the tree. So you're going to lose money on the tree naturally because of the storm. The storm will not affect the player. It will not affect vehicles, buildings, any of that. So it's a visual thing that will affect your crops. It is not going to be throwing things around. I wish it would. But obviously they're not going to have cows flying around. It's not Wizard of Oz. It's not going to happen. Other things that were talked about, swathing is only available in the MacDon. The pre-order vehicle you get, if you do pre-order the game, you'll get the vehicle and you can swath every crop more or less that's available. There is no other way to swath in the game at launch. That was confirmed. The only way is the MacDon. Yeah, it's going to be interesting if you didn't pre-order the game or you have friends that get the game later. They're not going to have that pack, but it is in the game. It is coded in the game. So anytime modders, especially day one, I guarantee there's going to be swathers put in pretty early, especially for the people that do not have the game or have the packs, didn't pre-order the game. They're going to want to be able to do that. So I'm sure modders will be coming out. It sounds like Farming Simulator is doing a lot for modders. Especially for console, there's no script changes, so they're adding as much as they can in ahead of time so that modders have more ability to do things, which is fantastic. Just like fs22, there's not enough space for all the vehicles, so some vehicles in fs22 will not be in 25. Some will get added later on as free content like they did in fs22. Unfortunately, that means your mod space is going to get filled up with vehicles that were in fs22. Now, if you don't want them, don't download them. That's fine. But if you do want them, yeah, now you're going to be limited on mod space. Hopefully they fix the issue of not giving us enough space on console because I find myself full all the time. They talked about a third person mode and why we were seeing visuals of people in third person running and moving. Now, there is some videos out there from Gamescom of the tornadoes. They are calling these twisters, by the way. They're not tornadoes per se, just because I think they're going to be happening just over land and not over water. So they're going to be twisters, they're calling them. But there is video of them, and it's a little lackluster. The pictures look amazing, and it's going to be great for screenshots and stuff like that. Another thing in the blog post, it showed other vehicles driving around like school buses, other things that you haven't seen in FS22. So it's nice to see that they're adding more vehicles, more things that are actually going to be in the environment as they should. I love that it's not just the same cars driving around. It is different cars. It is buses. It is other vehicles. Hopefully there's tractors. Hopefully there's equipment. It'll be very interesting to see in a farming community. You should see other farms moving their tractors around. But that's pretty much all we got in the new trailer. So hopefully we get more information. We're going to be getting some more information soon. Asian map is supposed to be shown at the Tokyo event in early October, I believe it is. So look forward to that. Hopefully we'll get some information before then, but we'll see what happens. But that's going to do it for this one. Hope you guys got some information out of this, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.